Hello, my name is Tiffany. I am your Director of Digital Media for Dallas Fort Worth chapter of Women Who Code. I am here with Liliana Torres. Yes?
Yes.
You got it right. Okay. All right, so she is one of our Spotlight On members. So what that means is she's been kicking butt, taking names, and we want to recognize her for that. So I'm going to do a short interview with her and just kind of get to know her, what she's doing now, how she came to be involved with Women Who Code, and all those other things. All right. So I saw on your blog, which is the Spotlight On post, okay, that you have a CS degree from Venezuela.
Correct. Yes.
What made you choose computer science?
Well, when I was growing up, my brother came to the U.S. when I was like 9, and he always sent us letters about how it was here and how he was going to school, how was the opportunity here. And growing up, I thought, like, what am I gonna do there? Because I want to live there. It's the American dream, you know.
Yeah.
So I kept looking what I wanted to do that works here, that I could work here if I study there, if I cannot come before going to school.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to do computer science because everywhere you go is needed, and you can work, you can study in any country, and you can really work.
Nice. Now, did your whole degree translate over into America, or was it kind of just like, oh, this doesn't count anymore? Did that ever happen to you?
So they really, when I started looking for jobs,
Mm-hmm.
they really check the bachelor's, but they don't really have to translate it. They believe you have it, and if you show the knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
you get a job, and you can be fine.
Nice. So there's no boundaries, people. There's no excuses.
That's correct. There's no excuses to move. Yeah.
Exactly. So when you got to the U.S., did you get that computer science job? Did you become a developer that you wanted to be? How was that journey like for you?
I wish I did, but it's not as it sounds. We all dream like the perfect, just come to the country, the perfect job, everything perfect, and it's not that way.
Yeah.
When I got here, I had to start all over again. I had to learn the language. Well, I learned even the technical side, even the conversational side. I had to start to take a role as a customer service. So whenever I kept practicing and I kept getting better, I keep moving up, and I took different support roles, and then now I'm a data analyst. I'm finally more in the IT area, but it took me a couple years to get there.
Yes. I love your story because you never give up. That's one thing I got from you. It's like you're like, I'm going to keep persisting. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this. And that's the right attitude to have. Like, if you want something, you got to work and go get it. So that's super amazing. So where do you work now?
I work at TMX Finance.
Mm-hmm.
And I do automated reports for them so they can have insights of the corporate performance.
Okay. Now, real briefly, for people who don't know what that is, just a quick little blurb about what TMX Finance is.
So TMX Finance, they are a company that has stores all around the country, and they do title loans. So they help people that whenever they need some help with their title, they do loans. So I work in the corporate offices and analyzing all that data that we have.
Nice. Now, how do you enjoy that, your day-to-day? Do you enjoy doing that, like looking at data, going through stuff?
Yes, it is amazing because data these days is the main thing in the company. So you can make decisions, you can predict the future, you can get all you can succeed with it. So it's amazing all what you can find there.
That's pretty cool. So you've got your career going, and then you decided to be involved with Women Who Code. Now tell me a little bit about why you decided to kind of get more involved with Women Who Code.
Well, that was very interesting because growing up, I grew up in a family in Venezuela it was a lot of engineers there, but all of them were always about equality and women's rights. That was the main thing. And growing up, my mom was part of a movement that she was helping about equality and women's rights too. So she helped to draw laws, to work for laws to get approved there. And I even remember one of them that she was really proud about. It was for whenever the Congress elections, they have to have 25% of women candidates to be able to do it. And she was there, she was part of it, and that got approved. So that was amazing for me. So it's been always in the background there. And also, whenever I came here to the Women Who Code Dallas Fort Worth, I just instantly felt a connection with, they make me feel like home. I like my background with helping others, so I think it's important to help others, support others in any way you can, because it's just you do something for them and they tell you they're happy. That's just rewarding.
Yeah. Well, we're really glad to have you in Women Who Code, and we're happy to see you at all the events. It's very exciting when we see our members. That's why we have like book brunches and stuff, to kind of get into a different environment other than just coding all the time, because, you know, we all have other things outside of coding. And speaking of outside of coding, you do a lot of jogging, running. Which one is it?
Yeah, running.
Exercising?
Yes,
okay.
I do a lot of exercise. All of the above. Yeah.
So what motivates you to do that? How'd you get into that?
Actually, a couple years ago, I got really overweight.
Gotcha.
I had a little rough time, and I gained so much weight, and I say one day I can't keep doing this because I don't feel well.
Yeah.
So I had a friend that invited me to do a half marathon. I never run in my life.
Yeah.
And I thought she was crazy, and she was actually. But I decided to do it. They talk about challenges, and I'm like, okay, number one, let's do this. So I decided to do that half marathon and train for it. So I started eating a little less because we all like to eat, right? So I enjoy it. I fall in love with running, and I always saw growing up mud runs, like they do obstacles and running, and I always wanted to try one, and I tried one, and I was like, this is my life. I just love those. Nice. So I keep doing those, and I exercise a lot, and it just keeps me healthy. Keeps me.
Exercises the brain too. So
yes.
When you're sitting all day at work, you know, it keeps your brain moving. So that's really good too.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So what is next for you? What are you planning for your future? What goals do you have as far as professional goals, and even some professional or some personal goals as well?
Well, my professional goals, I'm working towards data science direction. So I'm currently learning, and I want to get there. Since I have this data background, it just match with it, and I enjoy it. I don't want to leave that area.
Sure.
And also personally, I want to keep helping growing this community, because how I give, I always get back. There is always something good. It's just helping them, and someone tells you, I'm happy because you did something for me. It's just great. So personally, I want to keep growing personally, and just give all what I can, because I think it's important to show all what women can do. Like we have to keep growing that community.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I just remembered when you mentioned data science, you are a part of the Women Who Code Global Python track, is it?
That's correct, yes.
So how did you become involved with that?
Well, actually, I saw they open all the tracks, and I started digging into it, because they have the data science, they have the Python, they have mobile, and I just met the lead there, and she was very nice. We clicked, it was like we clicked, like we connect, and I was like, I'm learning Python, this is an amazing chance. So I joined them a couple weeks, and it's been very exciting. I'm very inspired to do things. I have more ideas, and I have been able to grow the community really quick. I already found some speakers. I've been learning, and at the same time I'm doing some study groups. So it's been amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome. It's a good way to kind of continue your growth, as well as get more involved in what Women Who Code is doing on a global scale. So that is really amazing.
Yes, and we're actually having in this November our first Python Summit.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, in Atlanta. Yeah, we're so excited about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So I know a lot of planning goes into that sort of thing. So
yes.
It's kind of like probably for you and everyone involved with planning, it's probably like another like a little part-time job going on there.
Yes, totally. But we're really excited to have this. Yeah, we're really excited. Yeah.
Well, we're excited that you're a part of it and that you found more things to become more involved with, and that, hopefully you continue to stick around, which I know you will. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Liliana, right in the flesh, right in front of you. We definitely appreciate what you're doing, like I said again, and stay tuned for our next Spotlight On interview. See you next time. Bye.